talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And the pass to Morant. Good, nice job down low.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. That's tipped. They recover it. Kicks it to O'Neal. Mitchell against Brooks. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by O'Neal.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer. If it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Conley. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Morant. Six on the shot clock. From the line. Rebound, Utah. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the middle. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't only his scoring, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies. To the paint. Valanciunas, good.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Jazz trail by 3. Conley dishes to Gobert. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Mitchell. Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Well, Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
And the first one drops. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
Second free throw, no good.
I think most people Salt Lake City, not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Here's Conley, following the basket by Ja Morant. Conley left side. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. 20 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Mitchell's got 5. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Morant with it, covered by Conley. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. Michael Conley picks one up.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
2 shots.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable. An all-around player with a bright future.
Now here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Great showing for him last season. 1st in field goal percentage. 3rd in blocks. And one of the league's most ferocious rebounders. Always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Now, here's Morant. 8 points for him. Valanciunas inside. Gobert on him. Doubled by Conley. Pass to Jackson. From deep. No good that time. The Jazz go the other way with it.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Conley with a wide open look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Here's Conley, following the basket by Ja Morant. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Now Mitchell. Over Brooks. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Conley with it. Last game we saw him score 13. Pass to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got 10 points.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Doubled by Conley. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a three-point game. Free throw line jump shot. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Again, Mitchell missing. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Winslow, that one doesn't drop. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Memphis leading by 3. Brooks outside. Winslow against O'Neal. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Winslow's shot is off. Bogdanovich finds Conley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Morant passes to Jackson. Passes it to Morant. Outside for Jackson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Jazz shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Right side, Conley. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Timeout.
Conley's got his second basket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the
halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Here's Valanciunas. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 11 points for Valanciunas.
Well, terrific instincts from Jonas Valanciunas on the interior. This guy has improved in the low post every year.
Gobert finds Mitchell. And it's blocked, but they recover it. Here's O'Neal. Drops in the tray. O'Neal's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley, and it's Morant missing. Jazz trail by 3. Mitchell right side. Nice D from Brooks.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
To the wing on the left. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. So it's the Grizzlies now. Now Winslow. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Outside Conley. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Memphis leading by 6. Brooks outside. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's the break. Conley's shot is off.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Winslow against O'Neal. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. Good season for him last year. He was around 23 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And right now for him, it's about gaining experience and continuing to develop his game.
This is a man's game, and you've got to earn your minutes in this league. This guy, his time will come eventually.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Valanciunas hits them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Conley with it. He's picked up by Morant. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Brooks. Bucket is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Brooks against Conley. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And no good. The try spell continuing for him.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up. And you know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
That's why Gobert is such a high percentage scorer. He finds a way to finish with that great length.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. And that one misses. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there, you're correct. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Winslow against O'Neal. On the wing, Winslow. He's got 6. He feeds it to Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 6 assists in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside Conley. They get it again.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more. They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Winslow with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. O'Neal against Winslow. O'Neal comes with the double team. Just 5 on the clock. Winslow's shot is off. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 9 points. That one good for 2. Conley's got 16.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
Morant passes to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. Gobert with the block. Clarkson up top. Brooks covering. Clarkson with the ball. 6 points for him. Passes it to Gobert. Here's Clarkson. Off target from 3-point range. Back to Winslow. To the inside. Here's Morant. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Outside Conley. Morant with the steal. Here's Brooks. Gobert with the block. And now Utah, fast break. Here's O'Neal. Goes back up. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Now the pass to Valanciunas. And he drops it in from the low post. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis. The Jazz shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Clarkson surveying the floor. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the Jazz with some changes. Davis comes in for Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for Bogdanovich. Jazz trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here is Conley. 16 points for him. Pass to Clarkson. 5 on the clock. And he makes good on the layup. Clarkson's got 8.
How about Jordan Clarkson, the ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play?
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Now here's Morant. 22 points for him. Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 17 points for Valanciunas.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Kept alive. Here's Davis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. The Jazz have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Winslow. And both free throws good for Davis. One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Well, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him Shirt Off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
Conley, the pass to Clarkson over Brooks. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Clarkson.
Well, Jordan Clarkson came into the NBA as an aggressive scorer, and in the mid-range, he is as good as it gets.
Here's Morant. Yep, that one goes. Morant's got 24.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clarkson against Brooks. Clarkson dishes to Conley. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Conley's got 7 now in this quarter.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Down low. Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Conley. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And the dunk by Jackson.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Conley up top. He's got 18. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Anderson dishes to Jackson. Count that one. Jackson's got 13.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now Conley. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Brooks with it. To the inside, Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And that one's good, Morant.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And so it's Memphis, controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Morant. Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Jones in at the point. The pass to Clark. Jackson trying to break free. No good from Clark. Jazz trail by 20. Right at the free throw line. Can't hit that one. And it's Memphis the other way. Anderson passes to Clark. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Utah shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Conley kicks to Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Pass to Jones. Memphis moving it around. Here's Anderson. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Conley, the pass to Davis. Back to Conley. The pass to Ingles. To the paint. Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And it's 8 points for Ed Davis.
Boy, the chemistry Joe Ingles has with his teammates is clearly evident. This guy loves to share the rock.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his fourth foul now.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And the first one at the line is good. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
High post, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones pulls it down. Memphis leading by 22. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Morant. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Mitchell. The Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Conley's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Anderson with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Anderson, the bounce pass. Here's Jackson. He sinks the 11-footer.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Conley, the pass to Davis. Conley against Jones. Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Now here's Morant, guarded closely. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Ingles. It's deflected.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Basket good.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And the Grizzlies leading by 18. And here's Morant. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 32 points.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Conley against Jones. Pass to Ingles. Doris, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Royce O'Neal. A nice shot by Winslow.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Here's Conley. It's rebounded by Memphis. Over by Conley. Dishes to Jones. Passes it to Clark. Basket counts. Clark's got 4 this quarter.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Mitchell outside. Gobert trying to get open, and that one is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Covered by Mitchell. Back to Clark. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation. Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Conley against Jones. He dishes it to Clark. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. And so Clark nails both of them. Now here is Conley. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gobert double teamed. The wide open look here for Ingles. Misses the three. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Winslow kicks to Jones. There's the pass to Clark. And he comes up with the deuce. Clark's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Conley. Gobert finds Conley. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Doris, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
With the floater, Melton's shot is good. Melton's got his first basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Bradley. Back to Moutier. Pass to Williams-Goss. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Ripped away. Here's Moutier. Almost, but it rolls out. Jackson looking around.
You know, what's probably frustrating for the young Josh Jackson is that he's got all the tools to be successful. This guy can score inside and out. He's got great athleticism. Now he's just seeking the right opportunity and a chance to put all that talent together.
That's good from Jackson.
I'll tell you, the potential of Josh Jackson is really enticing. This guy is a remarkable athlete. He can defend the basket at a high level. If he gets a jump shot, guys, that's consistent, look out.
The Jazz making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Jackson hits both of them. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Tucker. And there's the defensive 3-second call. the technical free throw is good. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Tries again, and it's Bradley laying it in. Bradley's got his first points of the night.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Here's Melton, guarded by Tucker, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I think DeAnthony Melton deserves a ton of credit. Point guard is probably the toughest position in the league, and you couple that with the fact that this guy played in the West, he more than held his own.
And he knocks down the first one. And although Melton may not have proven he deserves a starting role, Doris, he did show his value as a player.
I think what Melton showed is that he has the ability to stay composed and play quality defense, even as a backup option at the point. That's all you can ask for. You want him to earn rotation minutes, and he did.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Doris, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live, because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. Jang on the money from 12 feet away.
Well, this is an excellent mid-range shooter. Zhang also likes to set his teammates from that spot.
Now, Moutier passes it to Tucker. Back to Moutier. Takes a 3. Rebound by Jang. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And the pass to Jang. 1:19 left to play here in the fourth. Bradley with some nice D.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Melton passes to Jang. Here's Jackson. Here's Melton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up. First free throw is good. both from the stripe. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Williams-Goss. Now, here's Tucker, guarded by Jackson. Right side, Bradley. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Jang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. We've got 13 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, good rebound, Jay.
Outside Jackson. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Two great pivot men tonight, Chris. The position has obviously changed over the last couple of years. If you were playing now, do you think you'd be more of a 4 or a 5?
You know, Kevin, I think I'd be a 3. I played the 4 and 5 in the NBA when I played, and I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game has evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you could do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did from the Peja Stojakovic's and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Gobert pulls it in.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Out to Conley. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Mitchell. It's tipped.
And timing is so important. I mean, right there, Brooks shows nice judgment, being able to get the rejection.
Here's Morant. Second shot opportunity. Brooks with the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Here's Conley, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
This is what you like seeing. Brooks being aggressive and taking initiative there.
And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Gobert with the block.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Brooks. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. From 13, that one off the back iron and out.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. That free throw missing. And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And don't leave out his rebounder, Kev. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Mitchell against Brooks. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere and distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. And he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. Here's Morant, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Morant with it, now defended by Mitchell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Valanciunas against Gobert. Gobert with the block. Now, here is O'Neal. Defense is right there. Right wing. Here's Conley. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Grizzlies shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. The pass to Morant. Another shot. No good from Valanciunas. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to Oklahoma City. And here is Mitchell. Floats one. And the rejection by Jackson. Conley's shot is off. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Gobert with the block. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Here's Mitchell. He shoots again. He takes it up and lays it in. Mitchell's got his third bucket of the night.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Pass to Valanciunas inside. Here's Jackson on the money from 12 feet away.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Now here is Conley. Defense right on him. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. 4 on the clock. O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 9.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Winslow with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Second chance shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Well, his father played in the NBA. He grew up in Indiana. His father was a teammate of mine, Jaren Jackson, over at the Wizards. We took on Jordan, and those guys didn't do too well. Oh, let me get back to it anyway. But for Jaren Jackson Jr., you could say the game was in his blood and in the water.
Chris and Jaren Sr., a three-point marksman, made sure his son worked on his perimeter shooting from a young age.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jaren Sr. And even as some of Junior's coaches wanted him to focus on his inside game, Dad knew better. He said, sooner or later, son, you're going to need that outside shot. Boy, was he right.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
The free throw drops for Gobert. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Morant with it, covered by Conley. Now Morant, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Bogdanovich, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Back to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That is his first foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Here's Valanciunas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
Now here's Conley. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Bogdanovich from deep three-point range, and that one falls coming off Conley's feed. And the Jazz lead by 7. Here's Jones. Passes it to Jackson. 5 to shoot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
You know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer, and he told me he grew another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physiques for today's defensive big. He can protect the paint and maneuver outside.
That's good from Jackson. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA, but what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league, Chris?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players, and he's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well.
Now here is Conley. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Here's Jones. It's blocked. Bogdanovich against Jackson. Gobert. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And so he makes both from the line. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that 3, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Brooks with no one around. Buries it from 3-point range. Brooks has got 9.
Showing how lethal he can be from there. Brooks, oh man, if you keep giving Brooks these type of looks, he's going to keep making you pay.
The drive by Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Conley gets the bucket.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And here's Jones, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Valanciunas. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Now here's Conley. 9-point game. Dishes it to Mitchell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
He's a big man with the point guard-esque type handle. If you ask me, it's great watching him use his unique skill set.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Conley against Jones. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Bogdanovich.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Anderson against Ingles. Now here's Valanciunas. He's guarded closely. Anderson outside. Plenty of space. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Mitchell's shot is good. And it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing. But I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, Kyle Anderson is out there with Brooks. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Jones.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the middle, here's Mitchell. No good that time, and it's Memphis the other way. Brooks outside. To the inside. Knocked away. It's stolen by Ingles. And now Utah, fast break. Clarkson's running. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Brooks, left side. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Pass to Valanciunas. Gobert with the block, but they get it back. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Jones, that's for two. Here's Valanciunas, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
Clarkson finds Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Count that bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
Some changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Clark in for Kyle Anderson. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for the Jazz. And Memphis also making a switch. Morant's checked in.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Clark.
Come around. Right.
6 on the shot clock.
On the screen.
Takes it from 10. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. Shoots from 14, and Utah again with the bucket.
And this is where Clarkson can do a lot of damage. I mean, that in-between area.
Morant with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Clark. Ingles covering, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Utah called for the foul. Grizz, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Schrempf. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break, whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
Here's Clarkson. Again, the Jazz score.
And the thing about Clarkson, he really plays with an edge, especially once he gets it up inside.
Now Morant. Over Moutier. Offensive rebound. Jang. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
High arcing shot, and he makes that one. Clark's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Clarkson surveying the floor. And here is Ingles. Fires from deep. The shot by Clarkson, no good. He's covered by Clarkson. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Shot from 16. That one a little long. The Grizzlies trail by 13. The three. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Moutier pass to Gobert. Back to Moutier. Outside Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Gobert. Kicks it to Moutier. The tray. Unable to get that one. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Clark. 6 points for him. Here's Jang. They shoot again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
That one is off. Chris, you heard this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Connects from three-point range. 8 points for Bojan Bogdanovich.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of that guy when he's shooting it from deep. Bogdanovich looks good every time it leaves his hands.
Morant passes to Chang. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He did miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
That free throw, good from Jang.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Jazz leading by 10. Moutier dishes to Gobert. He kicks to Clarkson. And the rejection by Jang. Brooks, left side. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Brooks has got 11 points.
These are what I call rhythm shots. When Brooks nails these, it helps get him going.
Now, here's Moutier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And checking out the stats for Winslow. Some last season stats for him. He was around 12 points per game last year. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Clarkson kicks to Moutier. Pass to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Clarkson. Here's Gobert. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
with it.
Mana pinapanood mo?
Gobert with the block.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
The feed to Moutier. Count the basket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Jackson, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Now Morant. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9.
Picking, moving, looking for his spots. Morant slithering around the court with the ball on the string.
Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. Now Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Moutier. Rebounded by Jackson.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Passes to Clarkson. A 3-ball. The shot missing. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
And here's Moutier. Here's Ingles. No good that time. Now here's Winslow. He blocks it again.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Oh, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Offensive rebound, Brooks. Back to Winslow. Here's Morant. Off target from outside. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. 17 points was their biggest margin. That one, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Jazz leading by 5. To the paint, here's Ingles. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Clark. Drops in the layup for 2. Clark's got 10 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
56 seconds left in the first half. Another miss by Utah. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Rebound, Utah.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly. He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Mike Conley's checked in for Emmanuel Mudiay. So he gets them both. Utah's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Conley with it, 5 points in the game. They need this one.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And, Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Jordan Clarkson is out there with O'Neal, and it's Gobert in at center. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Jackson misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
That's what a point guard with length gives you. I mean, Morant is built perfectly for the modern game.
Utah leading. Conley kicks to Clarkson. Conley into the lane. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's Morant for the tie, and Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Oh, it's tough trying to alter his focus. I mean, Valanciunas is great at staying in control.
The pass to Mitchell. Three-pointer. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Morant. On the wing, Winslow. clock at 6. Stolen by Clarkson.
Hey, get on Mike.
Feeds to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, the floor general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
Get it going.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. From deep, Brooks. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Brooks dishes to Jackson. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Shots good by Clarkson.
They lost their edge on D here in the second half. I mean, far too passive. They're not dictating the pace anymore.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Poked away, stolen by Mitchell. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And laid in to finish the break. And it's a 9-point Utah lead.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Stolen by Conley. And here we go. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Morant.
What a fast thinker on defense. Conley excels at prying and clawing the ball away from the opposition.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Jazz. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Brooks against Mitchell. Now here's Valanciunas. He's covered closely. Nice shot by Brooks.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Now Conley. He has 5. And Bogdanovich kicks to O'Neal. Pass to Conley. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc, Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas is
really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Morant.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
And that one drops for him. And 11 points for Rudy Gobert.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded, 16 feet away. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Morant. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Oh, how about Valanciunas from there? He likes mixing in the shot whenever he can.
Mitchell outside. Now here is Conley. Tight defense on him. A floater. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's O'Neal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Rudy Gobert, 3rd.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Brooks outside. Here's Valanciunas. That misses off the backboard.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
And it's Morant missing.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Mitchell trying to free himself. It's good. 10 points for Bojan Bogdanovic.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Outside Jackson. Pass to Brooks. O'Neal against Winslow. Jackson trying to break free. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mitchell outside. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 7.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The pass to Jackson. Over Conley. Here's Valanciunas. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. He's got 10. Jazz leading by 12. And here is Conley. He's got 7. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
I see him.
Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Look at the savvy move from Conley. I mean, great use of the pump fake. Way to go right up into the contact.
Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft. That deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
The first one falls. And I think we'd agree, Chris, one of the great players never to make an all-star team. What a career for Mike Conley.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. And let me give you the other name. That's Rod Strickland. But to Mike Conley's credit, it's always been the team goals that's mattered to him most. I mean, he wants to realize every bit of his potential. But beyond that, he wants to win a title.
Good on both. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, Chris, with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
Hey, check out Mike.
Outside Bogdanovic. Back to Conley.
Yo, right here.
There's the dish to Davis. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And he gets it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Donovan Mitchell. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 23 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Jones against Conley. The kick out to Anderson. Now here's Jones. D right on him. Back to Anderson. Clock at 6. Over O'Neal. Offensive rebound, Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got 8 points.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Conley, the pass to Davis. Mitchell looking it over. Jones against Conley. Here's Mitchell. And the 3 off target. And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. They trail by 14. Down low, got a piece of it. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. On defense, Memphis. Conley, the pass to Davis. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 8th assist in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
They double-team Conley. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
He is covered by Bogdanovich. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Mitchell. The rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They double-team Conley to the middle. Here's Bogdanovich. Tries again. There's another block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. First free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Jones against Bogdanovich. And Davis sends it back. They get it back. There's 42 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Conley, the pass to Davis. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Outside, Jones. Valanciunas against Davis. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Leaps for it, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter.
way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And defensively, you like to see a greater effort to change ends.
And so it's Utah, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Anderson is out there with Clark. Then it's Jones. 6 to shoot. Stolen by O'Neal. 3-on-3. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal. And the Jazz lead by 20.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Hey, yo, right here.
Jones, the pass to Valanciunas, and he gets the bucket.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Jazz leading by 18. Here's Conley. Outside, Bogdanovich. In the corner, O'Neal with it. 6 on the shot clock. Over Anderson. Again, the Jazz score. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's covered by Clarkson. Clark finds Anderson. Here's Jones, guarded by O'Neal. 4 on the shot clock. Valanciunas doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Davis. Jazz shooting in this game, 45%. O'Neal inside, defended by Anderson. O'Neal misses.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
It's Anderson with the drive. Second shot opportunity, and that's off the glass and in.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. Tipped away. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Here's Morant. And it's Brooks at the elbow. O'Neal comes with the double team. Here's Clark. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
First one falls for him. And so Clark nails both of them. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. They double team Conley. Here's O'Neal. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Here's Morant. And that one drops.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Conley surveying the D. They double team Conley. O'Neal against Winslow. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert finds Clarkson from downtown, and the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Morant passes to Valanciunas.
Watch the screen.
Puts it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Conley gets the bucket.
Oh, tricky at navigating his way around the defense. Conley's floor sensibilities are very impressive.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Now here's Morant. Over Conley. Good work defensively by Conley. Utah has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Clarkson against Brooks. Clarkson passes to Bogdanovic. Back to Clarkson. Conley left side. Shoots over Morant. The offensive rebound. Valanciunas against Gobert. Stolen by Winslow. The shot will not fall. Gobert with the defensive effort. Over in the corner, Conley. They double-team Conley. Pass to Gobert. Dishes to Clarkson. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Jazz lead by 18.
You see the poise developing in Clarkson. He makes a nice choice in the pick and roll.
Now here's Morant, guarded by O'Neal. And again, Memphis no good. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. But they'll get another chance. Conley's shot is off.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
On the wing, Winslow. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's good from Winslow. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
Utah leading by 16. To the paint, here's Conley. A beautiful reverse layup. Conley's got 12 points in just the 2nd half.
Now, you have to be aware of where Conley is at all times, especially when he's in the paint.
Brooks against Bogdanovic. Morant dishes to Jackson. Good.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovic. Back to Conley. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Jackson. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Outside Conley. Now the pass to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Conley kicks to Ingles from past the arc. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Here's Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
Brooks against Clarkson. Count that one.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Brooks against Clarkson. Morant with it. Pass to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Morant. Over Conley. No good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Here's Bogdanovich. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
And he makes the first. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. And so he hits both. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Now Winslow. Inside, pass to Morant. 5 on the clock. From deep. Shot clock reset for Memphis. And it's in there. 20 points for Jaren Jackson.
Now, he's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them the fits out there.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. And they call an illegal screen here.
That screen. That's one of the few mistakes they've made tonight. They've limited turnovers. That's helped them grow this lead and keep it.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. And here's Morant.
Screen.
Here's the teardrop. Gobert with the block, and they're able to recover. Here's Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Conley against Brooks. Conley the pass to Ingles, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
first one at the line is good.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Morant with the steal. That one goes. Count it.
Well, you see the burst. Morant very hard to catch once he gains a step.
Jazz leading by 15.
Hey, check out Mike.
Now here's Conley. And the pass to Gobert. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. To the inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Oh, man, he's not scared to go in amongst the trees. Conley's athleticism down inside helps draw the defense into him.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Oh, that's just the veteran, Conley. I mean, he's such an amazing defender who offers a lot of wisdom and leadership to younger teammates.
Brooks outside.
Screen.
Pass to Valanciunas. Over Gobert. Off the left rim and out.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And it's good, 2 points.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Rudy Gobert.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Here's Melton. At the elbow, it's Jackson. To the wing right side. Wide open look. Yes, that goes in.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bradley passes to Niang. Pass to Moutier. Clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Williams-Goss misses. Melton feeling it out a bit over Moutier, and a little luck that time, but it drops. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great, you know. It's all about defense. You know, when we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get this stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. And tonight we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Morris is up.